watch play action again. You have Cole right there, who just runs a slant, a deeper slant, and play action. Which, by the way, people really give him credit the first couple of weeks or the first week for selling his play action. Not here. So that lasted very, very shortly, and this is what you start to see when quarterbacks start to get hit and stuff like that. So terrible fake. Gets his eyes back. And the thing he has to be mindful of just quickly is, okay, play action does what? It sucks linebackers up. So no matter what the look is, if they're showing man coverage or showing zone, those linebackers in the middle, if they are in coverage, are most likely going to be retreating. So you have to either fit the ball in there quickly enough where the linebackers are fitted in a window where the linebackers can't get back to it, or you have to not go there. But you have to be mindful of those linebackers getting sucked up and not being in your initial window, but getting out into an exit angle into that window because of that play action. That's what happens here. Play action, zone. The linebacker drops back into his hook zone, finds a threat, gets in that throwing lane, and might quite never sees him. Play action, looks to his left, and maybe he sees him right here where he checks the middle of the field. So you could say maybe right here he checks him, but then it's even worse, and he just trusts his arm to get it in. But obviously that's not the case, because if that was the case, he needed to put a lot more air under the ball and kind of loft it over his head. Obviously, doesn't happen that way. Should have been a pick on his first pass of the game. Right into his head, a little bit over his hands, but he tipped it. It should have been a pick. So right from the jump, not too good. 6-8. Wait, miss. Let's see. Play it first. Again, pretty simple. This could be man, this could be zone. But he's seeing pressure. You're gonna see in the other view, he checks this safety real quick. Now he knows there's a 3-on-3 situation right here. With this guy being inside, he's most likely responsible for the number 3. He breaks out quickly, sees a safety. This is a ball that he needs to deliver there, because again, he's wide open, and that's what he's doing, replacing the blitz. The blitz comes, throw, because then now there's a little bit of efficiency on the side, because this linebacker is pressed inside a little bit, just kind of disguising. Confirms that blitz, throws it. He needs to get there. Oh, you didn't see the other angle. Okay, so sorry. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I screwed that up. But nonetheless, the thing about him too is, and this is something you heard Mike LaFleur talk about when they evaluate quarterbacks, that guys who can't really throw into pressure, they cower. This throw, he cowers. You got to be able to take the hit. You can't be afraid of the hit. And he's kind of leaning out of his throw like that because he's afraid to get hit, and that causes inaccuracy. Like, yes, you have a guy blitzing. This is open right now. Plant your feet and throw it. Like, you're going to have to take some hits. So you can't fade away like this and try to completely protect yourself. And he completely misses on a situation where, situation where you look at it, Carter catches the ball at 31. The first down marker is the 35 on second down. Catches the ball right here, turns up to at least the 35, and now it's one-on-one with him on the linebacker and plenty of space. This Carter, if you had to bet your money on it, does he make that linebacker miss? Yes. But White doesn't set his feet and doesn't throw an accurate ball because they don't want to get hit. Can't have that. All right. Let's see next. 8, 25, 30. 8, 25, 30. White interception, GBR. Okay, 3-by-1. And at first, you can make the argument that on this throw, we're running this dig with his sit. It's like, almost like that spin concept again. They run this a lot, which is a high to low. And you can make the argument at first that he was trying to throw like this sit, this snag, whatever it was, like a snag. And at first, it looks like he might have been trying to throw that. But when you look at the other angle, I believe it looks like he was trying to throw this ball and just float it over these linebackers in this window, which is a really ballsy throw, to be completely honest, especially for Mike White. So let's watch. But again, he was trying to fit into this window or over the top. Not the best idea. And we'll see from the angle. If this was the decision, then it's a completely different ball game. But it's 3rd and 10. So this would most likely be the throw. But I'm pretty sure that other than that, again, I'm gonna not be as on my game with remembering some of this stuff. But middle, let me move my screen real quick. I don't know where you guys see me, to be completely honest. Yeah, he to me again, middle. He's never looking to the right here to go to Crowder, who's about here. Crowder's about here, or who was that? Crowder or Cole? Crowder is there, and to me, he's looking deep the whole time. Yeah, he's not throwing to Crowder. I don't believe this. I think he's trying to fit it into this window, which again, for him, not the best idea, especially because he tends to kind of fade away from pressure. And he doesn't have that strong of an arm, but arm gets hit on the follow through. Ball is obviously now a soft pick, but I don't even think he's going to fit that in there regardless. So I don't like the decision in the first place to throw that ball. And now GVR, let's see how he gets beat, which is just, I can't understand it. So obviously center tackle, slide left, right guard to right tackle, slide right. This threat drops out. So now it's 2-on-2. This is his guy. There's another guy on the edge. Now, if there's like somebody's like looping inside or something like that, I would get him passing this off to Moses, but that does not happen. Gets a good punch, but now you need to keep that foot active. And when you're punching, you want to make sure you're widening that foot with it, because if you're punching without that foot, then you're kind of going to get stuck. You see how he's locking out, punching. Now he's stuck in the ground, and then he just like lackadaisical, like punches him. He's like, oh, maybe I'll just stop playing now. Like, what is this whole movement? He's reassessing if he just completely took him out of that play with that one punch. Like, that was such a good punch. He took the guy out of the again, excuse some of the French, but when they start losing a lot, it really wants to come out. I don't want to keep holding it back sometimes. And I'm not just going to do it like not organically, but like, no, I'm good now. I don't have to block him anymore. Gets through and gets a hit. Like, what are you doing, GVR? He's terrible. He has some games where he's like barely okay, but some of his terrible plays are just mind baffling. All right, White Davis fumble. Yeah, we know this. They run this like crease concept again, switch crease. Again, we have that deep dig, and this route could either be, depending on like middle field open, middle field closed, it could be either just a seam vertical or a post. So good job by, you're gonna see White read it. He's going to climb, and he takes a couple extra hitches, 1 hitch, 2 hitches, just waiting for them to clear. This is a wide open area of the field, so he's taking advantage of it. Throw. Good job reading it. They're playing a 3 buzz. 1, 2, 3 high. Safety buzzes down. Rotation post snap, and it's open. He hits it. Good job by him. At this point in the game, you're looking at the second quarter, 17-3. At this point, maybe get a field goal. Now it's 17-6. Make it a little bit more manageable. They probably would have forgotten just a field goal, but let's be honest, they have 2 timeouts, so maybe they called timeout and chuck it deep with how situationally good the Bills defense is in terms of like not letting deep shots and things like that. I severely doubt it, but still, 17-6, good hit. Davis is trying to fight for more yards, and unfortunately he fumbles. And this is the thing with Davis too, like just quickly with him is people people they're kind of overrating, I think, what the Jets thought of him. Like, it's not like they gave him a contract of Kenny Galladay. You know, Kenny Galladay got what, $17 million a year. I'm not sure on the number, but I know it's right around $17, $18 million a year with the Giants, and he's producing like absolute dog shit. Like Davis, and because he missed a couple of games, he's not going to get to this number, or maybe he will still, especially because, you know, Zach comes back and they have some weaker defenses coming up. But he's about 1,000-yard receiver if you average out his per game, and obviously, you know, him being healthy is a part of that. And he has some focus drops, which were not a part of his game in Tennessee last year, minus the last 2 games of the season at the Texans and Packers. I think that's because he was pressing to get that 1,000 yards. So you have a guy who's has a consistently good hands catcher. I didn't really see him fumble too much. Now, the one thing I will give him, or that I will criticize him with, is it's in times last year watching his film with the Titans, he did disappear at times. But overall, it's not like you're paying him like Kenny Galladay, $17.5 million a year. Again, 12 and a half is low tier 1, high end 2 numbers. And that's what he's been. You know, now does he, with that being said, need to eliminate the fumbles, the drops? 100%.